Hey, what's going on, video? And today I'm going to be talking about how or why the Boston Celtics could still make the NBA Finals. And now, before I get into the video, I want to say I'm so sorry. I haven't uploaded in 5 days. That is terrible on my part. But I kind of have an excuse, but not really. There's really no excuse. But I mean, I was at my dad's house for the past 5 days and had a basketball tournament. And at my dad's house, I don't have a computer, so I can't really upload. So I've been live streaming on my other channel and on Twitch a little bit. So if you really want to go check that out, ask in the comments. I'll tell you. I don't want to really plug myself. That's kind of weird, but yeah, that's why I haven't uploaded in a while, so I'm sorry for that. But also, I'm not a Boston Celtics fan, so don't even call me a bandwagon or anything. And the reason I'm making this video is because obviously Kyrie and, well, Gordon Hayward's been out, but Kyrie is also out, so they're without two of their best players, and I'm going to be getting into reasons why they can still make the NBA Finals, as a lot of people are really counting them out right now. So without further ado, without me running on too much, let's get right into this video. And my first reason is going to be their young talent. Pretty much what I mean by this is that, I mean, they have one of the best rookies of this draft class this year, and Jason Tatum, who has shown that he can lead this team and that he can take on a huge scoring load when he needs to and really put the team on his back when he has to. For example, right now that Kyrie and now obviously Hayward is out, he has to put the team on his back a little bit, and he has been able to do that pretty well. And I mean, he's definitely one of the best rookies out of this draft class. But also Jaylen Brown has had a huge bounce back year this year and has been one of the best scorers on their team, averaging 14 points per game, and also he's shooting 46% from the field and 39% from the three, which is 30 times better pretty much what he was doing last year. And he has went from role player to a major part of this team. And I mean, even though those two are pretty good scorers and are pretty much known for their scores, they're actually very good on defense, as they both average at least 1 steal per game. And also, I mean, they also have Marcus Smart, who's in his 3rd year, and he's going to be getting reevaluated this week, so we'll be able to see when he can return, and I'm sure he'll be able to return by the time the playoffs start, or at least midway through the first round or something. So I mean, if he comes back, that'll be a huge help, because he's pretty much like their spark. He's pretty much like the Draymond Green of the Celtics. Obviously not as impactful or as good as Draymond Green, but he's pretty much that type of player, as he does a little bit of everything. He rebounds, he scores, he can play defense. As a dude right now, I'm pretty sure is averaging 10 points per game, 4.8 assists per game, and 3.5 rebounds per game. And then also a breakout player this year, Terry Rozier, who's been playing like a borderline all-star, only in a few games, but I mean, he has shown that he can go off. He's a great scorer. He was averaging 11 points per game, 2.8 assists per game, and 4.7 rebounds per game. He has been playing outstanding in the role of Kyrie Irving. He's been able to replace him just fine, and I mean, he is a very good starting caliber point guard who can, I think, start in this league. So I mean, even though Kyrie's out, at least they still have a starting caliber point guard, which is huge to a playoff team and one of the most important things. So yeah, I mean, they have great young talent. They can do pretty much everything, and I mean, they've been together all year pretty much, and they had to work together a lot. So I really think that could really be a huge component to them making the NBA Finals without Kyrie Irving. But then also my second reason is that they showed that they don't have to have superstars to win games. So I mean, obviously, like I said earlier, Gordon Hayward went down in the first game of the season with a terrible injury, one of the worst injuries we've ever seen, and they started off on fire. I mean, they were winning game after game after game. They were able to get all the way to the 1 seed, but since then they have cooled down. But now they have locked up the number 2 seed, and that's going to be their position going into the playoffs. And for the 12 games that Kyrie Irving has been out, they've been able to go 8-4. They have a positive record by 4 games over a 12 game span without a real superstar. Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward obviously are not in the game, so I mean, to be able to show that they can still play, and that's also without Marcus Smart in the game, so they're being able to play without that is very big to see. I mean, it really helps them build confidence, especially going into the playoffs. I think it helps a lot that Kyrie Irving decided, if he knew he was getting a surgery this year, I think it kind of helped Kyrie to get it before the playoffs started, because if they would have went into the playoffs expecting to have Kyrie and game plan with Kyrie, and they just had to take that out real quick, I think it would hurt them more than now that they get to play a little bit, build chemistry, and kind of find out how to play, and let Jason Tatum start taking over the team and let him, like, you know, carry the team pretty much. And then also my third and final reason is kind of a smaller reason, but they're in the Eastern Conference, which is obviously much weaker than the Western Conference. So I mean, it's going to be easier road no matter what they had. But right now in the first round, they might be playing the Washington Wizards or the Milwaukee Bucks. So I mean, depending on whoever they play, I would still give them the favorite over either one of those teams. Milwaukee and Washington, it would be a good series, but I mean, Washington has been kind of dysfunctional, and they just got John Wall back. So I mean, I don't see them being able to beat them. But then also Milwaukee Milwaukee, they have Giannis, but they've just been very dysfunctional this year with the Jeff Fisher and all that. They just been really like weird. Like they had a very disappointing season. Same with the Wizards, so I would give the Celtics a favorite over that, even without Kyrie in the game. And even in the second round, I would still not give them, I wouldn't give them the favorites, but I mean, I would give them a fighter's chance versus whoever they play. They'd be playing the Toronto Raptors or the Cleveland Cavaliers. It really depends who gets a 3 seed. If they played Cleveland, I'd give them a 5% chance to win that series, only because of the emotional grudge and that LeBron James factor. LeBron's just not going to let himself lose to Celtics, but if he plays like a team like the Toronto Raptors, well then, I mean, they would have a probably 25% chance of winning that series because there's no emotional grudge, there's no LeBron James factor, and I mean, the Toronto Raptors have shown that they're not great playoff teams, and they're probably like, I don't know, this is their best team they had in a while, but they've still shown like times of like, I don't know, just like not being great. They're kind of an up and down team. They're a very good team, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if they're a playoff team. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I mean, if they were able to get past the Toronto Raptors in the second round, like I said, it would probably be like a 5% chance of winning the conference finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. But I mean, you never know. Say Cleveland somehow loses in a series to the 76ers or something, and they play the 76ers, I'd give them about a 45% chance of winning that series. You never really know. It'd be a very, very, very close thing to watch, and I'd be very excited to see it. And then I think they could beat the 76ers, so then they could make their way into the finals. So you never really know. And my last reason I just kind of came up on the fly is going to be their depth. Their depth is very, very good, and with this depth is going to help a lot because obviously they have very young legs, so they're not used to playing these like 100-game-long seasons. So maybe if they were able to give them some rest in between the games or in between minutes, you know, then that would help them a ton and be able to keep their like legs rested and not get injured or fatigued, which would be very, very important. Because if any of their young talents and Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, or Jason Tatum gets hurt, they're pretty much completely out of deep playoff run talks. There's literally no way. They have to stay 100% healthy from here on out. Once Marcus Smart comes back, that will help a ton, and they need him to stay healthy as well. And most likely he will stay healthy as long as he doesn't see many pictures to punch. But yeah, he should be healthy for as long as he doesn't do anything stupid like that. Now I'm gonna get into my thoughts. Do I think they can make the finals? I obviously think they have a 0.00001% chance of making the finals, so I do think there's a chance. Do I think they will? No, because I think they would get beat by a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers. Maybe even the 76ers could beat them, and I think Toronto would be able to beat them. But I mean, you never know in the playoffs, right? So that's why I made this video, and I mean, the people are talking like this team is just trash without Kyrie. It's not like they've been playing bad. Like I said, they're 8-4 since Kyrie has been announced like he's out for the season. They're 8-4 over that 12-game stretch, so that's very, very good for that young talent to be taking over like that. And I mean, if Jason Tatum can somehow get into the form that I think he'll end up being further in his career, I think he'll be an all-star one day, maybe even a superstar. So you never really know. So if he can somehow channel that into this playoff run, you never know how far they can go. But no, I do not think they could make the NBA Finals, but I think there's a chance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's hope, at least if you're a Celtics fan. And I would also have tons of hope for next season because you will be getting Hayward back, Kyrie back, your whole team will be healthy, Jason Tatum would develop, everybody's going to be developing, you'll have a very bright future. So I do think they might be finals candidates next year for sure, especially if LeBron leaves the Cleveland Cavaliers for a West Coast team, then they would definitely be finals candidates next year for sure. So yeah, I want to hear y'all thoughts. Do y'all think the Celtics can make the finals? If not, how far do you think they can go? If you do think they can, comment that below too. And if you have video ideas that you want me to personally make, I'll make them for you if there's a good idea. So comment those below too. If you did like the video at any point, hit the like button and mean the road to me. And also if you're really going to help me out a ton, hit the subscribe button. That mean the road to me. We're literally halfway there. We're at 150 subscribers. My goal at the end of the year is 300. We're halfway there. Thank y'all so much. I can't like express my love to you guys without, you know, ejaculating. I'm kidding. God, that got weird. So yeah, and also the past 2 videos have been doing great. I mean, y'all showed so much support on that video. Thank y'all so much for that. I really do appreciate y'all. Understand? And obviously, I wouldn't be here without y'all, but also wouldn't be here with that guy upstairs. You already know who he is, Jesus himself. Hope you have a blessed day. Hope everyone has a blessed day. And kids, don't forget to never do vegetables. Always eat drugs. Stay safe. Goodbye.